What's up, all my people? What y'all doing? Come on with it now. Let's get it. Everybody all right? Everybody all right? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with me. Love y'all. What's up, Panther? Thanks, Memphis. Yeah, I've always had a kind of a thing for audio and video editing and stuff, so I quite enjoy it. And AI is fun in the right way, So I enjoy it. Feeling pretty good, JP. Good to see you. Genesis in the house. Glenn in the house. What's up? What's up? Dom. What's going on? Crystal Raven. What's up? I want to look at some stuff, man. I got some feel like I've had trouble focusing the past few days. Something first thing. Yeah, Spy was a great play today down. I was able to guide it down some. I think I could have done better. I've really had some focus issues going on. I made bank today, but I feel like I've missed some things, But anyway, so goes the market, I suppose. I've got for everybody in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I'd love to invite you in. Tap the description, hit that top link, join me. It's an incredible place to learn and earn. We do pretty well. I've ordered some 49 widescreens to be able to track better and see better. I'm getting too crammed up. I've got multiple screens, but when you have multiple screens, things have to be separated. You can't window it up, so I'm gonna alter a few settings, a few things. See how it goes. Anyways, I'm gonna hop over here and look at some stuff for everybody. Nice. On a break. Yeah, I mean it could have been a better day. I did I tell you, man, this Amazon, I really kind of thought we may retrace one more time to 212, but didn't get it. I was going to try to run it over 210 up to 212. Never got that. Yeah, I feel you, Dave. I've got so much on me, man. I think I'm live. Yeah, cat. Can everybody hear me? Is the audio okay? Yeah, that's what I ordered. Kip was 49s. Yeah, I think audio's fine. Going to Amazon. Daniel and I spoke a little bit about Amazon, and guys, when you go look at these formations like this, we come down. Let me turn off view up here. We come down and we find and test support, which was around 207. It broke it and recovered, and you get this kind of curved top that comes back and checks it up again. And usually that's make or break. And we need to try to short this towards the top of resistance. That's a big picture trade. When you take trades like this, you got to do like 2 weeks out in the money to let it play out. It's not like a 5-minute scalp. You can't let it get away from you to the upside. So I'm watching Amazon here. Ultimately, she's going to have to break 200 is going to be a big psychological level for it. Now, to me, she's getting ready to come on down. Let's get a 2-day chart. This is something Josh got me into doing a lot. So a 2-day chart kind of gives a confirmation to the move. You might get a move on one day, but really the second day confirms it. This has confirmed it to me. We are under the 200-day moving average here, okay? The 200 EMA. Now, there's a gap down at 194. I don't. Let's check one weekly. Let's check a weekly. This weekly is about to hit it is hitting 40 on your RSI. And the MACD is almost through the zero line. Now, last time we got that was back in April. And you can see the run off of that. So really keep an eye on your 200 on the weekly. Amazon has respected it 3 times on the way up here. Once, twice. Well, this will be the 3rd time. We'll see on the weekly time frame. And even in history, it's never really tested it here. Came down close. Amazon will be a buy. I have no problem. I don't have a problem buying Amazon at 200, but I think we're coming on down. So some of the things I'm looking at are missed opportunities. I'll chart a few things for everybody. What's up, Real Liz? How are you? I'll try to chart some stuff here in just a moment. But I want you to go back and think about last April. And, Amazon probably didn't have as great of a move as some of the other ones, but still, 160 to 260, $100 move on a blue chip stock. I want you to think about that when we're coming back down into these levels. These are opportunities, not times to sell. I'm not cutting Amazon. It's a beast. It's a beast. It's not going anywhere. So these are opportunities. Think about opportunities as they come. Yeah, we can swing it and we can run some quicker options on it, but think about the investment that's about to come, and it's about to come. It's coming really close. Let's measure back to April. Guys, we have structure at 200. It ends at 200. So here's your if I'm busy in the morning and can't say, hey, Amazon's breaking 200, like here's your sign. Right there it is. When she breaks 200, it's going to flush. I want to measure further back to get more structure. And 186 is definitely on the table down here for Amazon. It's on the table. There is a sizable gap here at 194. Right in there. And then down to here. Okay? So there's your levels coming down. Be sure you're ready. I'm definitely buying 190s down. If I was to get into the 170s, I'll take it. I mean, if I got a flash test of 160, I'm all over it. Don't even second guess it. I don't know that we'll get that, but it's set up for it. It's set up for some more downside here. It's got to break 200 first. If not, I mean, yeah, it could bounce on 200. Okay. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, let's look at Lyft. I got a decent chunk of starter position. Uh, you can see I've got an alert right here, 1325. And all the way down to here, 960. I'll be averaging into this and holding it for a long time. I did start a position. I still think there's definitely the ability to have some more downside here. And I think I had a how did I do that? Like that. I think this is kind of what I had on this, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Maybe that's what it used to be. I had this formation at one time. This is what got me about Lyft a little bit is it broke out of this right there. This was my breakdown, $19. So I'm happy to buy this from 13 down to whatever $9, $10 range. I'm happy to do this. Don't forget, guys. If you're not in the Discord, you're just from my YouTube. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say means to buy, sell, or hold. This is for education. That's all this is for. Shelly. So, take it for education, guys. That's what this is. It's completely broke down out of that. If you wait around here, that's the next level to break down, 1325. Would not be one bit surprised to tag this and bounce pretty heavy and retest some resistance above us. It's still Still trending down though. Still pretty heavy to the downside. If you don't want to hold this down, I would say 13, 13.20, whatever, close to it. That would be your stop if you're trying to play this for a bounce. It could bounce right here. It's bounced before. There is some support there. So keep an eye on those levels. I am taking this long term. I think this has got the juice to go a long way in the future. Oh yeah, what's up? What's up, guys? I feel you, cat. Uh, Thank you, Kyle3. Thank you. Been working on them. Robert, I mean, it's sort of a big cup and handle. Big, big. But I didn't like the fact that it popped out of that formation. So really can't place it like that anymore. I'll be keeping my eye on it. Again, 13 all the way down to 960. You could get it. You could get it. Let's go check UPS, guys. Well, how about that? How about that? Let's look at that weekly. I told everybody the other day the options that I have cut and getting prepped for a retracement. I took some profits on the shares I've got. I'm still holding 75% of my shares. This has been, I would say, an absolute monster this year for us. Hopefully you got most of this. It's still very, very strong. 122. About 122 is next on the list. So if you're still holding this, I would tell you 122. Looks like this weekly wants to come test the 200 EMA right there. So it's been a good ride. Hope some of you all have got that with me. I'm still holding most of my shares. QXO, somebody said. They do have a stock split. Oh, there's a split back here. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Looking nice. I like it. It's hard for me to. Most all of this is pre stock split. I don't. Looks like there's a big gap up here to 58 if this thing wants to take off. Let's look at the weekly. You'd be dealing with the 200 around $34. So it looks strong to me. QXO does. Looks very strong. You just broke previous highs at 25, so I'd probably call 20. As long as this week closes over 25, I would probably call 25 my support. And then you got support again all the way down here at around 21. I think it looks pretty nice though, man. What's the monthly doing on this? Oh yeah. Well. This looks pretty good. I like it. Uh, yeah, I had a rip today, huh? Let's see here. What are the options like on QXO here? I kind of like the $30 strike for January of 2027 on QXO. If this thing wants to get strong for a nice trend, if you went out to, I mean, honestly, those look the best. Let me look at May. Eh. Yeah, I think if I were going to take any options on this, I would go to January 27. These $30 strikes. Pretty nice open interest on these. Oh, yeah. That's probably what I would go with. So, if I were going to play this for some options, I like the look of it, man. What else y'all got? Yeah, not a bad spread on them. I did Amazon first thing, Roberto. I'll hit Netflix. That's one of my plays. Let's get an update on Netflix. Okay. Liz, I'm only holding shares right now on UPS. I let go of my options. I was up pretty handsomely on those. I let those go. I figure UPS will have a little pullback eventually. I may take them again. John Cox, if I'm investing in it, I like a little mixture of both. I'll lean a little more into shares on something I believe in, and then take a handful of options, like longer options with them, just for some added exposure. Ellen Haney, I'll try to look at KO for you. Let's check Netflix here, guys. We're on the monthly. Remember, this is a long-term investment for me. I've paced myself buying down through here. Anything I believe in very well, if I'm under the 200 EMA on the daily, I will DCA into it on red days. Red days. So, yeah, looks like we're pushing down to, I would say, the next level. This weekly is coming for the 200 EMA. Let's get those all-time highs in there with it. Yeah. Yeah. Still some room down here, guys. Still some room down. 75 is on the table. If we get a deeper pullback on the profile, I ain't saying it will, but man, I would love it down here at $50. I would scoop it up hardcore. I'm still averaging into my position on this. Still showing weakness on the weekly. I'll be watching for any kind of flip on the weekly. Where is it? Let me go to the daily. I want the daily back over 40 on the RSI. And then I'll set an alert on the weekly RSI. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to do that right fast for you. Go up to push your alerts up here. RSI. Crossing. RSI. RSI based moving average on the 1 week. That means when this RSI crosses this yellow line, it will notify me. As you can see on a big time frame, that's one of my first moves, just like way back here. A big time frame gives you a much cleaner look and a cleaner break. It's an early signal right back here in 2022 on Netflix. About a week later, the MACD crosses. And then we made our way to the zero line back in here around $29. Now, 29 to 140, I'll take that. Of course, this is after the split. So I love a weekly flip. That's one reason I liked UPS so much. Okay. Still buying Netflix a little at a time. All-time highs before were $70. Definitely have that on your radar if we get it. So that'd be a couple levels I'm watching. About 76 and 70 be the next two buy zones for me. KO Coca-Cola. So put the lime and the coconut and put it all together. All right, let's look at Coca-Cola. Well, still looking rather strong. It's on a trend. respecting the 9. I mean, the buy here was a retest of the 9 EMA or a pullback to the 20. Those were your two buys because this whole move here just blew out. Didn't have much consolidation. Uh, it has not built much at the top, but it is starting to make you a nice consolidation up here. 76. Breakout over 79.20. Okay, Liz? Under that, you've got your 20 EMA. And then back to the 73.50 area. That would be your support after that. Okay. Momentum still looks pretty good. And weekly, very strong still. This monthly's kicking, huh? Yeah. Coke's been a good investment long since 2020. Been a nice long run. What kind of dividend do they pay? Not bad. Okay, let me get my comments here, guys. I got to get caught up. I've not done Palantir. I'm gonna do it. Joe, you could hedge with some Netflix puts. I mean, I'd have to think about it. I've got a. They're a little risky, so I don't advertise them. I've got a SPY put for March, just as a hedge. If you got the portfolio for it, you can do it. What's up, DC? So, yep, let's hit AMD and Google. Here's a pretty big red monster on the Google monthly here. I would say we are sitting on support, guys. We're sitting on support. I need to go to. Is it this one? Yeah, let's do this one. $306.40 right there, guys. After that, it's got a little ways. So you can see last time we flushed this area all the way down to 296. So to me, happened here. Oh. Yeah, this just ripped up, swept liquidity, and right back down. Exactly what that did. I would call about 306. 306.40. You start breaking that, it's got a dead fall down close to 300 and then 296. That is yeah. I say under this, you got a pretty good shot for between 5 and 10 points down on Google. So watch your pop early. If this gets over this shelf right here from today, 313, call it. So if you clear 313 tomorrow, um, this will shoot up back into some structure. Maybe test the 200 if it comes on down here, and then right back down. Other than that, it's going to have to get very bullish to take any kind of reversal here. It is sitting on support though. It's sitting on support. Could get another flash down to 306 and jump, but this daily RSI and daily MACD are looking pretty bearish, pretty weak, pretty weak. This thing could pop back, get denied again tomorrow. If you get over 312, 313 right here, this could have a little run back up, fake out, suck the bulls in, and right back down. Okay? That's Google, AMD, and Palantir next. Carolina, what's up? Isaac. Yeah, I'll hit NVIDIA too. And I also want to hit Apple, man. Apple's been strong. Let's look at AMD on the daily. Make or break time. 222, 223 on AMD. Couple wicks to get over. If you start losing this again, starting at 213, it's got some room down. These are kind of popping into resistance and fading off. I would say around 224 is your upper resistance. And then you're going to have to break back under the 213 area for AMD. Right in here, guys. 213. So and then here's today's low. What's it doing overnight? Flat. Okay. It's also got a little shelf right here. I just ain't seeing it. 218's your upper resistance, but I don't know that you're getting back over 215 here. We'll see tomorrow, I suppose. Under 213 or so, under 212 starts it, and then you'll have to break under 209.50, guys. Today's low for some more downside on AMD. Let's hit Palantir. Good to see everybody. I feel you, QC kid. Yeah, I'll try to look at UNH. I know it's been strong. Okay. Palantir. I think it's still weak. 122. Right here, about 121.50. That would be a hard breakdown for it, in my opinion. But it's got some support all the way down through here. Overall, on the weekly, it's still very bearish. I think it would have to get back over right here. 138, 139. I'd call it 140 just to be safe. Over 140, it could take back off. For a nice day, like maybe 5 or 6 points up into this upper range, 146. Right in there. This 133 level. Right there. Right there. That's how I'd play that tomorrow. Those 3 levels. This would be the flush, 1 to 33. Back over 136.50 could get you back to 140. You'd also have to get through the 200 EMA. That's what I would look at tomorrow. Under 133, she comes on down. Nothing there to hold her. Okay? Four hours still bearish. This is just another pop, drop, pop. See if we continue dropping. 133. I don't see much. That'd be a nice little flush down for 5 or 6 points. Okay. All right. Let's hit UNH. Okay. Let's see if my levels held from last time. Looky there. I believe she held. Guys, 267. What do you think? That's the last time I charted it. So, oh, UNH, what are you doing? Okay. Well, golly, my son is in there going ham. I don't know what they're in there doing. My God, he's driving me crazy. Y'all hear him in there going crazy? Playing video games or something. Whew, Lord have mercy. Okay. Yeah, probably. I think UNH could be getting ready for a little poppy pop here, man. Gonna have to get back over the 9. Got a little shot up here, 295. So again, I would set my alert on RSI and MACD here. So I want to know if MACD crosses. I'm gonna right click, add an alert. MACD crossing. MACD signal line. Create. So if that MACD crosses the orange line, I get a notification, guys. And then I want to see if RSI can sneak back through 40. That would give a nice move up. If you were going to play this with shares for a swing, you could play UNHG, okay? I like it. I kind of like it. All right. If it busted out of this, you could probably call it 300. It would have a rip up to 325. So keep that on your chart. I may take a position on that tomorrow. Very well. QQQ. Man, this thing it's like the SPY. It's just in a range, stuck in a range. It can't break out. Look at your RSI, guys, on the daily. If you ride with me, you know this is no breakout. 40 to 60, 40 to 60. You can play that range, though. You can play that range. You just have to you have to trust it more, and then use some risk management on on your stops. Yeah. So on the Qs, we'll see if momentum crosses back over 50 or not. I think so far it's just been trading, intraday trading, and about 617. I'd be willing to take a call back above this level with some strength on momentum. I don't like buying in the middle of the RSI, though. I'm not crazy about it. That's a 1 hour. $6.17 break. A little support here at 608. Under 608, the Qs get nasty. Back to 602. Right in that neighborhood. This is the value low so far for the month of February. POC's up top. It's naturally drawn to it like a magnet. So that's why we're spending a lot of time up here. Right. If I would rather fade the top up here for right now. If you get 618, 617, 618, you want to take puts off of it for like a week out is kind of how I would say is the better idea. You got a lot of junk to get through up here, so fade this top off for now till we get some more direction. Over this level, it's got a few points up. Okay. SPY. Naira, how are you, girl? Thanks for joining. Stock up with Larry Jones in the house, son. What's up, buddy? Uncle Larry in the house. Kevin Alderman, what's up? Let's take a look at Hood here right fast. Did I see Mikey Mullins in here too? What's up, Mikey Mullins? Thanks for stopping, Uncle Larry. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I sure appreciate you, brother. Yeah, let's hit Hood. Let's hit Hood. Let's do SPY right fast. So, guys, what you're looking at here, it's 1 month at a time on these profiles. SPY's really stuck in that same upper range, man. I would rather fade this top, not get stuck in so much chop. Doesn't seem to want to break out of it. About the same with the Qs, and you can see where the whole month of January stayed, man. Between 687 up to 696. That's not that much range for the majority of the month. Then when we break down out of it under 687, we had some flush. And that's what we've already got again this month one time and right back up to it. So really under this 686, 685, 50 right in there, that's where your drop off is, okay? So I would watch the value low to be broke, 686 area. If you want to take any big puts down, that's kind of where it's at in my opinion. And the party starts about 691 to be conservative under this big shelf of volume. That doesn't give few points down for a possible bounce, and then down to the low. Sometimes I take extended off for these. Yeah. Okay, what else do we need? Oracle, yeah. Absolutely, Unc. Absolutely. You know, I had that on my radar the other day, Oracle. It had a nice move for a few days. Okay. These are one of the things that I enjoy playing because the daily broke over the 9 and then came back to back test the 9. Let's look at the 1 hour. 164.50 on the top side. About 155 on the bottom side. Pretty close. That's your range right now. Right through here. A lot of times on this daily, you get this initial move on RSI and then a retest, right? So I'll be wanting to make a higher low on a retest of momentum and see if price can either give us a double bottom down. This is, I like these double bottoms, W patterns down here. See if that forms up. 135 for the support. 135.50. Or we back test the signal line and we don't get a double bottom. This didn't even get to 123. Man, look at that sell off. That's perfect right there, man. I mean, it literally stopped right there. About 165, 166 on the top side. That's what I say for breakout there. If it gets over 168, I think it's got room up. We're right in this neighborhood. Back up towards the 190s. Starting at 185, 186, right there. I think that's how I would do it, brother. I'll see if it can back test and hold these lows again, or if RSI can give us another bump on momentum down here. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. 200's well above us on the daily. That red line there. We're still under the 9. We're just over the 9. If we can get over the 20, that would put us back over that 169 area. Right through here. Yes, sir. Micron, SoFi. Let's see here. Let's hit SoFi right fast. I got a couple more in me, guys, and I'm gonna have to call it a night. See how this RSI is doing down here, guys? You got this little pop off the lows and back down. So we need to make a higher low on momentum and see if this same low holds, about $19 on SoFi. Right in here. 1920. It got denied. It's still bearish. It got denied at the 9 EMA on the daily here. Denied. Previous highs. This could definitely come back to previous highs back there. 1830. But it's got better support down here around 16 area. If I ain't mistaken, Josh called it out around in the 15s or something like that, 14, 15. So this was the range between 1250 and 15. That was the buy range originally. We can definitely come back down here and test it. Most definitely. We're not right here's the shelf we got to get back over about $21.60, $22. That's what we'd have to get back over for a size. I mean, there's a big gap up through there for sure. But always a but in the room. Let's look at the weekly one time. Okay. I'm not holding SoFi right now. I got in it, had a little swing, decent on shares for a few days on that pop, and I let it go because I think it's got more downside. I'll watch it pretty close here about 19, so I'll set an alert around 19 just on price, see what happens when we get back down there. Over 22 would be my other alert, 21.90. Okay, let's hit Micron. All right, Micron. Golly, look at this thing, yo. We're still in bullish hands. Still in bullish hands. $364. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Everybody hanging with me? Trying to get through these quick as I can, y'all. I like it holding over 392. Right here. This big shelf of volume right here, if it can hold it. On the downside of it, gets a little weak, but this thing's looking strong. This is going to come test the signal line on the daily. If you get another rip above it, up we go. If not, you could very well double top up there. You could double top on that. So, and then we would need to break 363 on the way down. 330 area, and then it had a gap down to 280. Still looks pretty strong to me. It looks like it wants to come back and test these highs again at 440. That's what I think. Okay. Nokia, I looked at that a few days ago for somebody. Looks like I should have bought it a few days ago, right? Yep. I'll check out Apple. That might be my last one. And Hood. I'll do Apple and Hood. Um, man, Nokia is is going to be all about uh, the future with the Nvidia investment and stuff. Look at that big huge wick up there around $9 on the monthly one time. We are at resistance. 730 is legit resistance right there. Yeah, it's make or break time on it. It looks bullish to me. Nothing wrong with momentum. Nothing wrong with the chart. 7:30 and then 8:30 actually. Yeah. It's got room after that. I think it looks bullish. $11 back there. I see. All that volume. You can go way back here. 2005, 1996. But here's the thing. You got people that bought up here, right? That could very well, and I'm sure are still holding positions from way up in here. So this is going to be met with some resistance on its way up. I could see this thing getting to 11. There's not much in its way. If you could get a solid candle to close over this level, a good daily close over there, and keep momentum. But I think it's bullish leaning. Uh, that's resistance until it gets through it. It's resistance. Okay, and then Hood. Man, let's look at Hood. I've been wanting to pick some Hood up myself. That's another one. Remember, guys, think about this as some of these things as opportunities. Opportunities. Okay. Again, here's your pop off the lows, RSI. I want to see if RSI can maintain here and if price can maintain. So we're probably going to come back and test 72. Then we need to see if that's the bottom. So under 72, what do we have under 72? Okay. That's a nice shelf of volume here, guys. Really at about 70, 71. Under that, maybe about 8 or 10 points down to your next shelf. $60 to 65. I would say 64 in the middle of the road there. So if you lose this 70, 71, 70 right in here, you got maybe $6 down to 64. You have to see how it reacts at that level, okay? Now, on the bullish side, you got to get back above this. $78 and $88. There you go if you want to screenshot those. Okay. See what does order blocks detect anything? Yeah. I mean, order blocks don't have anything till down here. It told you the break up here though. At 93, you could have played this down 20 points just on an order block break. Guys, it's a good tool. It's a good tool. Taught a class on it 2 weeks ago. It's a good visual tool, especially for inexperienced charters or people who are just starting. Those tools make a difference. All right. Apple. Apple's been strong while most everything else has been selling off. J Nails, everything's pretty bearish right now. A lot of things are around support, but Apple has been very bullish. Super bullish. Does it have more room up? Yeah, it's got a little more room up. Not sure I want to buy. I played some of this down, and I missed some of it coming back up. $280. $280 and $288 on Apple. I kind of like the look of the daily. It looks like it wants a little more. Let's go weekly. Here's the only bad thing about the weekly. Oh. Excuse me, guys. Yawning. Only bad thing about the weekly is we have failed to cross my signal line. So if this week doesn't close out, then what we have gotten is a double top. And then down we go. That's a big outlook, but here would be your neckline all the way back down to 242 or so. Ultimate support. We're coming in. We're at resistance, and we got denied. So far the weekly's still bearish. If that's how it plays out, then we will get bearish divergence in the RSI, and I guess the MACD too. It will fail to cross up over top of the zero. Yep. This is fixed range that I've been using, DC, and then I use periodic profile, session profile. Those are the three main ones I use. And I am. Somebody asked for Snap. Well, does anybody see a buy signal here? Is it structure? Yes. Let's look at the difference. Let's check this out, guys. So last time, this basically, that's a V-shaped recovery to me. What happened here over the coming weeks? You know, it hit its low, right? And started basing and got back over the signal line. Back when it did that, you probably had some highs about right there. And it had to get over $7. $7 was the breakout with 480 as the support. And then RSI gave you a reversal. Let's fast forward. Now we're at the same level, historic support. Looks like we're going to come and tap 480. At that time, it was already turning. Here's the bad thing. It's not turning yet. You know? Oh, snap. I appreciate you, DC. Thank you, man. I should have done better this morning, but hopefully some of my new setup will open my vision up for me. Yeah, I mean, watch 480 is all I can say. There's no big sign of reversal coming on here yet. Okay. I don't see a big increase of volume. I don't see, this. One of the things I need is this signal line. I need it closer to the RSI. Like when it crossed back there, they were way away from each other. Then they made their way to each other. So you have to watch your RSI and your signal line to come together for an early look at a signal. Okay? All right, my friends. I think I'm going to wrap it. Thank you, Kat. I left off Tesla, didn't I? Man, she just won't give up. Yeah, it's not looking bad, huh? Oh. If you go down here, let's look at today for a moment. Okay. If if tomorrow presents the opportunity, or in the pre-market or something, or after hours, you want to play this. If Tesla rips back over this volume shelf right here around 429, call it 428.80, 429. Um, it's got a it's got a little bit of an easy move back to the highs up here. Not nothing huge, but 428.70, 432 to 436. So 4 to 8 point move up. Maybe you can take TSLL if you want to play it in the pre-market. If that shelf is cleared, it's left a big gap up above it. 1 hour been inching its way down a little bit on momentum. Right now, that's the edge. 429, you could call it. So right now, that's going to be rejection up here for more downside. But if we rip over that, it does leave room to the upside a little bit. I would dare say, you got room. 435 maybe. So keep that on your radar. The daily. You see what happened when it came to the January POC. Look at this. That rejection. Right there. To right here. So really, I would say 439. If you ripped and got up to that, very likely rejection right there. Very, very likely. Call it 440 if you want to. Over 440 gives you 448. 449, you can call it. The value high from January. That would be the levels to the upside I would watch on Tesla. Um, hmm. Bounced off the 200 on the money right there. On the money. 385 is pretty good support. I set me a RSI here around 51 to see if Tesla starts moving back across 50 on momentum. Looks like a MACD did just give a little cross down there on the daily. So yeah, could pop a little bit. I'll be watching more so for rejection up here though. In a bit of a range. All right, my friends, I'm gonna let her roll from there. Thanks, Liz. Cat, you got a bunch of critters in here. Yeah, yeah. It could give a head and shoulders. Yeah. What's the weekly show? It could. I'm kind of looking for it to bounce back up in here. It could create a right shoulder up there. If it took one more run up through here. And then back down. Very possible. RSI is kind of on the weak side, under 50, so this could just curl up and back down. After it might pop a little bit to the upside. I don't know. I have to watch it in the morning. I'm out of juice. I love you guys. Appreciate you. What you think about IBIT long term, Mikey? Not medical advice. What'd you say, Mikey? IBIT? Well, she's in the gutters, huh? Oh, man. I have to look at this some more, Mike. I don't know. Looks like it's got some more downside, brother. So back here, you're kind of getting these to the upside. To the upside. Now it's giving these right here to the downside. I'd be weary of this for a pop and then more, a stair step up and an elevator down. It's kind of what I just with my naked eye see. Okay. Yeah. Abdul Ishmael. Yeah, I'm about out of time, boys. Service now. Is it? You looking for now? Is it NOW? Service now? Is that what you want, buddy? Yeah, I did hoods, my friend. I don't. I don't see it, man. Not yet. Not on. Not on now. It's got a little more downside, in my opinion. Look at your weekly. Let's go to month. Look at that monthly, man. It's just. I'd say into the 80s here. Could catch some traction in through here around 90 to the mid 80s. It could catch some traction. It cut right through this shelf like a knife through hot butter. I don't see a turn yet. It's trying to get off the lows a little bit, but if you something like this, if you take position, you just got to use your local lows as your stop. If you want to give it a chance, you think it's got an opportunity, set your stop just under 98, and then you're protected. You don't have to worry about it. Really, I don't see many decent moves happen until like this one right here. This was a decent little pop. When the RSI, when you get the signal line, but when it crosses 40, you'll usually get an opportunity for it to run back up into 50, and then it tries 60. So this, this gave, if you took it on the cross of the signal line and used your lows, you could have got in around 160, 162, and rode it up for a 10-point move, 15-point move. Not a bad move. But, yeah, RSI has really got to start getting back in through 40, like working its way back into 40, in my opinion. So you can see right here it got denied right at 40, and it couldn't get it back over the 20. So no trend. Right here, it tried to start trending, and buyers just became exhausted, I guess. So down we went. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got to go, guys. That's all I can do. I'm going to bring my face up while I'm doing the last one for this young man for being so respectful. So while I'm doing Uber, if you would mind to go hit that like button for me, and if you're new, would you please subscribe? I would really appreciate it. If you're not in the Discord with me, hit that description. It's the top link. That's how you can support me if you'd like to support me some. I'm going to be doing a class. I'll probably announce it tonight or tomorrow on the Discord. I'll do another group session Saturday. I think there's been a lot of new people join, so this will probably just be a very beginner scalping class on the charts. That's it. If you guys are interested, just a beginner scalpers class for how we day trade. Okay. Uber still looks bearish to me, my friend. Let's get some of these lows here. I would be surprised if you don't come test these lows again. This seems to be really good support down here around 61. 60, 61. This would probably be a decent buy. Not until you get... so if you take a chance on these to catch the bottom, your first opportunity comes on a daily with a signal line cross on the RSI. That puts skin in the game. Then you have to 40, 50, 60 it. So this got a big gap down here to 62. If it falls a little bit more, she's gonna flush down. Yep, I still think it's leaning bearish. That weekly's still weak, very weak. 200 moving average is right in the middle of that on the weekly, so it could catch on it at 66, 67. on Uber. Okay. Yep, no problem. Love you guys. I just did Tesla a few minutes ago, Viva. Yep. Gen41, I would love to invite you into the Discord. Love to have you. My link to join that supports me a little bit is the top link in the description. If you click on that link, that'll do the VIP membership for the Stocks with Josh Discord. Be glad to have you. We live day trade every day. I've usually got a few swings going on at a time. Just don't get overwhelmed when you get in there. Take your time. Take you a little while to navigate and find your way around. Okay? Yep, I did Oracle. Did Oracle for Uncle Larry when he stopped by. All right, my friends. I love you. Susanette, what's up? Mike. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm out, rolling out of here like a banshee. Peace.